on the 97 Subaru Legacy Outback. As you can see, these are the halogen ones. These are the ones that you can find at the stores in the purple packet. The problem is, if you could tell close up, I tinted the headlights with the fog lights. So now at nighttime, you can't see that good. And I have a HID in the bottoms, but they're bootleg HIDs. So that one got burned out, but that one still works. So what we're going to do, I have some yellow bulbs that we're going to put on the bottom. Those are going to be regular halogen. We're going to take off that car. And yes, that's an E30 M3. Put those on the bottom. And I got some Morimoto bulbs that are going to go on top. So this is the before, and then you stick around, you're going to see the after. Okay, so you're going to have to disconnect the original ones. If you have the snorkel, you could just lift it up and move it to the side. Disconnect this one, and you could either pick where the harness from the Morimoto unit is going to be connected. You only need to connect to one. So we disconnected that one. Then you're going to have to connect it to that one. And this is the harness. And this is where one of them is going to be plugged up. See? This one is going to go, or whichever one's closer, here to here. Another thing that I noted, so these are the standard halogen bulbs. This is what's going to replace them. So this cap, I was thinking about removing it, but what you could do is just twist it off so you get more brightness or more light in somebody else's eyes. And all you have to do is just twist this off, just like that. So just twist it and you can put them in just like that. But actually, you know what, I just realized something. It's not going to work, because you need this, the metal part, to hold them in place. So no, leave them on. Or you can cut this off, break it loose somehow. Maybe that's what we're going to do. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we put in the bulbs. The connector. And that's the ballast. I was looking at it, see some possible mounting locations. It's pretty tight. Maybe loosen it up here so it could be connected to there, or probably just zip tie it to the snorkel piece so it'll be dangling from there, so it won't be under so much vibration. Okay, so right now what we're doing, before we hire all the wire, we're going to test it. We're going to hook it up, we're going to plug it in, make sure all your grounds, one goes to the positive, go to another ground. So there you have a lot of grounding points. Grounded that bolt. I put a grounding kit on my car, so all the chassis is grounded. You have multiple places where you could ground the ballasts. I believe only one cable goes to the positive, which is this one right here. So we're going to hook it up, make sure it turns on. Once it does turn on, then we'll tuck all the wire. Okay, so this is the first try. Only one is turning on, the other is not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the ballast to see, maybe that's what it is. Or maybe this grounding point is too weak, and that's why it's not turning on. Alright, so I switched the ballasts, and that one's not turning on. So it's definitely the ground. So I'm going to change the ground right now. Alright, so problem was solved. It was the ground. Now it's turning on. And I gotta admit, it looks fucking badass. Excuse me. I'm trying to keep it PG-13 here, but it looks sick. And these are 5,500K, I think, or 5,000K bulbs. I'm not going to hook up the high beams. Apparently I need some type of adapter that I didn't order. Or maybe I could make one. But I rarely use my high beams, so. Plus we're going to be swapping. We're going to put yellow fog lights in the bottom. Halogen. I always drive on with the yellow fog lights. But now, we can start looking for a mounting place, running the wire and securing it. Okay, so far what we did, we snaked all under here. You see the zip ties. I haven't tightened it up yet. Still have to find the location of where I'm going to put it out. Anyways, this one's not going to be used, but we're going to put some red electric tape around it. That way we know that that's a positive, or at least there's a live ground here. Where I'm going to mount this, we're going to put a zip tie here, since the indications on the back says to mount vertically. See? So we're going to mount this here. I'll probably put the ballast somewhere around in the back. Alright, so this is the final setup. I put the grounding wire for that here. As you can see, this is ground. So I put a double washer since this is plastic. So I put a washer underneath the snorkel, another washer, and the bolt. So it gives you a good ground. The ballast, I secured it here with some zip ties. I put some pieces of foam in between. That way it won't vibrate, it won't be wiggling around when you're driving. All the connections that we didn't use, I put red electric tape so it can indicate that there's power source there. Same thing with the other one there. Now, there's some covers, the original covers that come here. I believe they're rubber, or from another car. We're going to do another update later on, because they can be like that, because moisture will get in, stuff like that. But for the meantime, the rainy season is over here in the south. And on this side, we secured it over here. Our grounding for that connection was right here. There's an original grounding point here. It seems like it's stressed. It's really not. But there's plenty of play there, so don't worry about that. It's being stressed out there. There's nothing here. Here are the connections for that one. And the ballast, we secured it here with zip tie as well. And it's not going anywhere. And that is the final product. I'm sure at night it will be a positive improvement. Better improvement than what it was. Everything's secured. Hi, baby. Shouts out to my daughter. But hope this helps to anyone who's installing HID lights on a 9-cent Subaru Legacy. And when you're choosing out for HID lights, always pick a trusted brand like Morimoto. They have a lifetime guarantee, not some knockoffs that you find online. So drive safely.